Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Chatmosa's Podcasters in Training. I'm David, head of product, and every week we get the dream team here at Chatmos together. We also invite special guests that are fellow podcasters to come and join us, ask any questions, give us any tips. We can give them tips, and we also do demos of new features that we've released. So let's go down the list. Camille, CEO, Sandra, CTO, and Auntie Derek, head of growth. And then we'll get into our guests.
Hi, this is Camille. Hello and happy Friday.
Is it my turn? Oh.
Yeah, it's your turn. Do a
Hello
virtual
from
queue.
IT land. Let's get this party started.
Woohoo.
Oh, that's right. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. So excited to talk about the new features and excited to be here with my fellow podcasters.
Exactly. And Camille, who do we have here on the guest lineup here on Podcasters in Training, Chatmosa?
I mean, we have a few guests, a few podcasters, trying to get them going with their podcast. One of the new exciting podcasts that I like to listen to is from Stephanie. I'm not sure if she's able to hop on. Stephanie, are you able to say hi? And
Hello. Keep your love talk live.
Oh, that's right.
That's if you're interested in listening to finance, money, taxes, and your love and hate relationship with all of those, must listen to. And then we have here, Dan driving while hopping into our show, and Maria. Hello, waiting for Dan's podcast to kind of go live here.
That's right. And I also just realized this is like our Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks for me. I hope you're singing. You know I want to hear your voice.
I always call him the vocal legend, honey.
Yes. And then we have Nish. I'm not sure if Nish can turn on her mic right now and say hello. Putting you on the spot. Let's see if this works.
Hello, Nish. Hello, Nish.
All right.
There
Does
you
this
go.
work finally? Does this work
Yeah.
finally?
Beautiful.
I see the rings. I have this mic practically.
Whoa, that's a little
Look
close.
at that.
Look at that.
She's got her.
See it? It's right here.
Yeah. Whoa, a little 6 inches.
If I have to hold down.
No. Back off a little bit.
Okay, Nish, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a will.
Well,
Was it too loud?
A little bit. Just
Is it
back
too
off.
loud?
You're perfect
Oh,
right
Lord.
there. You're perfect, Nish. In
Okay.
in every respect.
All right, how's this?
We're
Lovely.
We're recording, Nish.
Beautiful.
So, we're talking about mics,
right.
and the reason for that is we released a new
I'm done with this.
an improved version of how our users can select mics and cameras and speaker. And actually, one of the reasons that I really love that Dan is here, he actually inspired us to expose selecting multiple mics, multiple inputs. And so you're coming in here per last week. Was this is, I mean, we've been thinking about this for a while, but per last week's episode, Sandra here finally put together a new way of connecting to your mic and speaker and camera. What do you think?
It's amazing.
I was just going to say, I think it's amazing. I've been using it, and I'm just like, ooh, it's so fun. See, I have my camera on.
Exactly. So I'm going to put someone on the spot here. Who's going to use the Jumbotron to jumbo this?
We'll see. I think let's put the person requesting for the blur. Not just the mic and the camera and the speaker, but someone has been requesting for a background blur, and Sandra finally implemented it.
Well, it's the first iteration. So we're gonna be doing
Yep.
backgrounds as well, but the blur is
I
definitely the
wanted
first
the blur,
choice.
and I put it.
The blur.
Oh, did we lose her? Hmm.
Yeah, I think so. But let's
Yeah,
continue on with the
blur's
blur.
on
Oh, there's
me.
Nish.
Throw me up there. Throw me on up.
Very important.
The confidence is just oozing out. Okay.
There you go.
I mean, this is like phase one of the background, what do you call that? Filtering.
Yeah.
And we will add background images to add to that. But why is everyone quiet?
I know. All of a sudden, we're like, everybody's talking.
Sorry, Maria, what were you going to say? Maria was going to say something.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Just know we're recording. We're recording for a podcast.
Yes. I was just gonna say my goodbye because I have to get back to recording. So I just wanted to hop in and say hi. Bye.
Bye,
Thank you for
Dad. Good to
joining.
see
Bye,
you.
Maria.
Bye, Maria.
All right, Dan just left us kind of rocking and rolling here. So I'm gonna just demo the AV, right, Camille? Or do you
Yeah,
want
you know,
to
you
share your
sound
screen?
that you sound far, David.
Oh,
Boy, we've got a lot of
Yeah.
trimming to do here. Everyone,
yeah.
count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Nish.
3.
Nish, count to 3. Yeah, I don't know if Nish can hear us.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, cool.
Got it.
David, can you count to 3 again?
Check.
All right.
Check. Is that better?
You kind of sounded far, unless it's my hearing.
No, it could be it.
What
Right.
happened? Is it a
It kind of
bandwidth?
sounds like maybe there was a slight delay between profiles, or I don't know.
Yeah, good to know. If it is like our video coming in, is that like causing bandwidth issue?
Possibly. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off just to be safe.
Check.
That shouldn't be causing issues like that.
No.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let's look.
All right.
Check.
Yeah, that's good.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
That's great.
I think
I
the
don't know
mic
what the
karma got
heck.
to you, David.
That was weird. All right. Well, we'll clip this out. That's the good news.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll clip this out. So okay. So who wants to demo?
Sandra should demo.
Oh boy. How are we gonna demo?
How exactly? I'm not
You
sure.
gotta find a test session.
Go to next week's podcast.
That'll work. Does she need to be on a separate browser like Firefox?
Nah.
Okay.
All right, I'll demo.
Okay. I'll give you some time to set up. Meanwhile, we're in edit mode here. That's the good news.
I will do I demo my email? No.
Oof.
Hold on. I'm just gonna. I have so much.
Yeah, I know.
Chatmosa. No. See, so happy we don't prepare.
I know.
Hold on.
It's live.
Here. All right.
Oh, we got
How's that?
nice and 4x3. I love Camille's aspect.
because I have a wide screen, so I don't know how.
Get it as wide as possible. Can you make it wider?
Oh, this is my widest.
No, that's not bad. That'll work.
Really?
Fills up the whole jumbotron, right? Everybody. Otherwise, you're a box.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
But it's
it
too
does.
big. It's too small, though. Can you see it? All right.
Just do a little zoom.
Oh, you mean like aunties? Nah.
Woo-hoo. That was a smackdown.
Wow.
I'm
Oh
kidding.
no
The
no no
shade?
no no no!
The shade is real here.
Okay.
Right?
Keep wider. There you go. Keep going. It actually looks fine.
This is not my full screen now. All right.
All right.
So hold on. Let me just go in. Let me just check. Boom.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
do a blur.
Camera.
Got a light on. What's your camera look like?
Let's see. Let me turn off my other camera because it's going to have a conflict.
Okay.
Technically, it shouldn't, but you could try it.
Yeah. Hold on.
That's
Okay.
a good test. There
Turn
you
off
go.
my good.
That's a permission error.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
boom, boom.
hmm
Okay. Show the blur. Ooh.
No. Oh, that's a bug.
You got a light there?
No, that doesn't look. Oh, you know what? It can't because of her lighting.
You need a little more light on your mug.
That doesn't look correct. Okay, that one actually looks like a bug. Hold on.
No, but I think it doesn't know that the background that there's
Yeah.
no
It
difference.
doesn't know what the.
You
what
got to
the-
get closer.
Wait, hold on.
That's a bug because I don't have to do this with Google Meet.
Oh, ouch. Oh, man.
100%, and I agree with you. So whenever I do a comparison to Google, don't raise a stink.
Ouch.
This is what I was trying to point out. Blur. Yeah. You know what it is? I had to uncheck my camera and recheck it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that to get the blur working?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to check and uncheck it.
It's good to know.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll just go blah blah blah. Okay, let me do that.
Okay, so start off with your camera without sharing. I think you were.
Whoop.
Start off with the screen.
Hold on.
Yeah, one thing.
That's so weird.
All right.
So close your share. So it's not like a hard.
Close my
It's
share.
your-
I think that's just sliding from slide 1.
There you go. Start there.
That's,
Okay.
That's you guys. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
All right. Who's going to pick it up?
Why don't you intro me, David?
Okay.
And
3,
I'll
3, 2, 1. Yeah. So like we mentioned, there was a lot of releases going on this week. And Camille and Sandra were super busy in releasing those releases. So let's go through the camera blur and also the AV and pop-up that you guys have created and released, Sandra and Camille.
Yeah, so I'll use next week's Podcasters in Training session. And before any of that, the person that worked a lot on this actually was Sandra. And I just kind of did the last 5% of it. When you enter a session in Chatmosa, that you will be asked whether you want to join right away or adjust your audio and video. This is the session's way to check that you have the right permission with your browser. Because especially for people, first-time users of Chatmosa, if your browser doesn't have your mic or camera, if you're not allowed, then you're not gonna hear anything. You're not gonna see anything. You're not gonna be able to speak. And so right here, you could adjust your audio and video, click on that link. Or later on the bottom left, we have a button called AV. That's for audio video. You could go back there. And here's where you could select multiple speakers. So in my case, I juggle between my speaker. I have headphones on, so I want to hear it using my headphones. I have multiple microphones. So I'll have my computer microphone. I'll have an external microphone. My headphones has its own microphone. So here's where you could select the mic. You could click on check just to check how you sound like. And lastly, you have the camera check. If you have a laptop, you'll have a camera built into your laptop. And if you have an external camera, webcam, then that's another one. In my case, I don't know, I have two webcams here, but I just happen to have two. So you want to click on check. This is just checking how you're gonna look like when you turn on your camera during the session. So just because you turn it on, it doesn't mean that you'll enter the session with a camera on. This is just to check how your camera is gonna look like. And what Sandra built in finally, which we're excited about, is this blur. This is now phase 1 is blurring it. So click on blur, and you'll be able to like blur your background. And then we'll add some fun graphics in the background. Send us an email, contact, what's our chatmosa.com/contact, what kind of background image you like. I'm thinking like under the stairway, some fun graphic that we could have fun with. But you could slide a slider and adjust your blur here. Or in my case, if I just don't want a blur, then I'll just turn this off. Now, again, this is just checking how your camera is going to look like when you decide to turn on your camera. This is not doesn't mean that turning on the camera means you're on camera. So you'll click on done in the bottom right, and the only way to turn your camera on the session is if you're like a listener, everyone will get this enable camera on avatar only. This is for if you're podcasting and you don't want to show up on the Jumbotron. Everyone can turn on their avatar here. Let's see if I show up here, and there's me. Because when you're recording a video, the only thing it records is actually the Jumbotron. Or you could enable your camera on the Jumbotron. I don't know if I will enable it for this demo, but I can. Or just turn it off. But it does make conversations lively when you turn your avatar on, and you have we keep your camera small, just to just know that there's a real person behind it, the reactions there, but not to feel like you're on blast. If you want to be on blast, then yeah, you could put yourself in the Jumbotron, and that's it.
Awesome. That's so great. Amazing. Nish, who's joining us here from your Nish's niche. Niches. I was going to invite you to the video panel, Nish, and have you kind of pop on the video Jumbotron and then show. There you go. There's Nish.
There's Nish.
And then Camille, if you want to pop on.
Hi, everybody.
There you go.
I think that deserves a applause.
I just wanted to show that.
There you go.
I just wanted to show that I did use the blur so that you see, well, you can still see, and I just did it kind of medium, all right, because there's a slider there. Because if you do it more, or if I do it more, it distorts. But at least I'm blurring enough so, my background isn't so, evident. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just kind of back there. People, I want you to pay attention to me right here. Not back there.
Not back there.
Don't look at what kind of cat food I have for my kitty. So
Well,
I
and Nish,
I think the blur is good. I think
yeah,
the blur is good.
great. The middle, actually, what the setting that we default to is the middle because that's the most, that has the least, you're right, it has the least amount of distortion. But some people like to bring it up a little bit or a little bit less than that. So that's why we gave them the ability to set the radius on the blur. And that's what the slider is for. But I'm glad you found your sweet spot. That's excellent.
Yes, and I want to thank you, Sandra, for programming that, and also Camille as well. And let's just thank David too. What the
You
heck?
might as well thank everyone.
What the heck, David? Okay.
Thank everybody. Absolutely.
Now there's a few tricks.
Let's thank Auntie. Thank you, Auntie.
Uh,
Yes, and a few tricks with these cameras and the blurring. The darker your background is, now the light should be where your computer is, where your camera is, and if you have a darker background, the better. The less movement, the better. It just sends less data, so it's kind of like I don't know, maybe I'm just being a geek here, but engineering 101 is black is less data, white is a lot of data. So if you have
And
a
also just to if you're going to use a background and with the blur feature, the way that it detects foreground subject, which is you, and the background is if you have less of a busy background. So if you're wearing dark colors, you shouldn't have a solid dark color black like a black background that matches what you're wearing. So contrast is really good, so it can define you better.
Yep.
So that's just if you are going to do a blur on the background and you want better detection when you're moving around and less distortion, that's just a little tip. Use more of a solid background. You can turn the blur on, but just have a contrast between yourself and the background.
Yeah, and you can see Nish has good lighting, which is probably the key. As you can see, that is one important thing. Nish, I'm going to have you click on camera and then just say enable camera on avatar. If we could, and then we'll continue on with Stephanie. If you're able to talk, that would be great.
no pressure.
No pressure,
You guys,
Stephanie.
you don't
I
need to
know.
talk. Raise your hands if you
There you go.
want to give us a
Yeah.
comment. Let's just do that.
So Auntie Derek, why don't you walk through and talk about because did you join Stephanie's session that was she had?
Not live, unfortunately, but I did have a
Yeah.
chance to listen to the recording.
Yeah, it's fabulous, right?
Yes. And I've told Stephanie from the beginning, her show is what she's doing is very much needed because there are a lot of us, myself included, who are very ignorant when it comes to finances. So
Yeah.
we need someone that is really good at breaking it down in layman's terms, and Stephanie is a master at that. So if you all have not gotten your Love Talk Live, you need to get it like yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
especially
I
because we're
so
coming up. Yeah.
appreciate love. I stepped out from where I was because I got to get on. I can't let you say all that goodness and not chime in. Thank you. Thank you.
You are most
More to
welcome.
come. More to come. Subject matter expert the coming week. I actually recorded last night. I don't know if because I didn't schedule it. I'm learning, right? So I don't know. Like I didn't schedule it. I popped in, I recorded, and then I did. I thought I published it or shared, but is that different from if I schedule it, record it, host it live? Talk to me. I don't know. Like building legacies was a couple weeks back, but I recorded and shared yesterday.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Just make sure you go to your power tools and click on the podcast publishing, and it will tell you right there whether you need to publish it or not.
I did publish.
Oh, it says publish. Okay. And then the other piece is, was your session private or was it public?
Oh, good question.
Yeah. So it's okay. Go to your edit session. Let me. I'll. Oh yeah, David, you're showing it. In the edit session, if your session is either private, you've turned on access code, you've turned on ticketing paywall, uh, even if you've published it, it will still not show up on the podcast players like iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, because you've said, hey, you know what? I only want the people that I know to see this session, or the people that have the key to this session, or the people that pay. And the podcast players don't know how to control that. So we pull it out of the podcast player. So two things, make sure edit session is not, it's a public session. And then on the power tools that it's published, podcast published.
Okay. I think I need to check privacy and
Ah,
the wall there because I don't remember
okay.
right
Okay.
off, but I will check. Thank you. I
Oh,
couldn't
no,
hear. I couldn't hear all that love. More to come. Like this week, what I recorded last evening, and I'll make sure that I've set settings to what it needs to be. But I linked into retiring like you mean it, and I just kind of broke down. Hey, what's a 401k? What's an IRA? What's a Roth? And trying to
wow.
encourage some talk around. I don't care if you have $25, right, out of your salary. If your employer offers and they match, lean in. Please start where you are. In layman terms of like working and working and having nothing. No, that's not the move. It's just not the move. And even if we haven't had these conversations because, like Auntie Derek points out, a lot of how I even got into finances was like nobody had these conversations. Like, I watched my grandmother, my parents work hard, like work, work, work. And I witnessed, someone passes away and who's covering the funeral? Family having to come together. So I vow you guys to use your platform, to use Chatmosa. It's wonderful. It has all the tools that I need in one place to echo financial and tax literacy from the mountaintops. I don't want to take up too much time. I am going to be able to speak a little bit more. I need to pop back into where I was for just a second. But again, I heard so much showering of love, and there's a ton of adoration for you all for making it bigger, better, and teaching us. I'll be here every Friday. I'm done
So
speaking.
you're most welcome. And just so you know, you take up as much time as you need.
Yes. We learned so much, and publish it so we could join. Because, again, for Stephanie and for all our podcaster, my suggestion is try to put up the session at least a day prior. Uh, allow your audience, allow us to see it and schedule around it so we could make it. And it's tough because I'm bad with my podcast. Sometimes it's like I'll do it the morning of, um, we'll change it, but I'm trying to just do like two sessions ahead of time. One of the things that I learned is keep it consistent. Try to do it on the same day, the same time, so that your community that you're building kind of don't have to rely on checking the stuff. They just know that you know every Sunday at 2 p.m. is a doctor podcast. Every Wednesday night is the Stephanie podcast, and every day at 12:30 is the Auntie Derek podcast. And even Auntie Derek, he has members in his community that's like, "What's the link? What's the link?" And
And God forbid if I take a day off. What do you mean you're taking a day off? What do you mean we're not getting any tea today?
right. So, David, I want to show a few other upgrades.
Yeah, I was going to ask you to do that. Thank you.
The power tools kind of just like reorganize, move things around because we were getting a lot of cool features in the power tools. So we, kind of display that landing page that, every session that you get a landing page. Here's where you can edit it. Again, these have been existing, but it's just kind of reorganizing things. However, this is a session that's happening next week. This is a podcasters in training happening next week. And one of the, we have um, like a grade A CTO here. So, adding the blurring and fixing the AV stuff wasn't enough for her. So one of the things that we've requested was, can I add my co-host before the show starts so that um, maybe I'm going to be late, or maybe my brand that signs in, that's hosting it. I have two other individuals that really run the show, but I want the whole podcast to be under my brand. So this is a great example. Chatmosa is a brand. So the Chatmosa account signs in and creates a session, and the rest of us are the co-host. So over here, uh, you could add your co-host ahead of time if you've invited them in the past. You've done sessions with them in the past, and they become co-hosts. It becomes a drop down, and you just add them. If this is your first time, uh, send them an email. Now, sending them an email is a little bit tricky because you may not know what account they're signing in with Chatmosa. And so if I added someone with the Gmail, but they signed in with their LinkedIn, and that LinkedIn was actually using their Microsoft account, um, it may not connect the dots, right? But that's something that you just need to collaborate with your co-host. But the beauty thing, the good thing is this add co-host drop down. And I'm not going to show it because I don't know who has been added as a co-host in the past. When you add or invite other co-hosts, they will get an email. They will receive an email that they've been invited to be a co-host to this session. And at that point, they at any time, they'll see the link, and at any time they can enter. So, for example, this podcast and training is happening next week, and at any time your co-host will see the enter. Everyone else will see RSVP. They will not see enter until the moment the session starts. So we call this the green room. So for example, David has been in this room since last night for all his co-hosts to show up, for example. Um, but it allows you to to work with your co-host, test the mic. Is your connection okay? Is your bandwidth okay? These are the things we're going to share. So that's another feature that we've added. I'm going to hop into this session. Again, this session is happening next week, 7 days ahead of when you're seeing this. The other piece that, Sandra, so three huge features, because they may look small, but they're actually, we deal with a lot of permission. Okay. The other piece that we were able to fix, and again, without Nish telling us her experience, we wouldn't know about this, is that we disabled the ability to click on start recording until your session actually starts. This way, if you wanted to add, populate the Jumbotron and prepare everything, you can't click on start until the actual session starts.
Well, you can, but nothing will happen.
Yeah, nothing will happen. But I can't see. I'm clicking on it and I can't.
Oh,
because it's disabled, and there's a timer here that shows up. This was launched very recently, so I'm not sure if does this timer show. What does this timer show, Sandra?
Oh, it's a static timer, but the timer will go away as soon as the session is supposed to start, the scheduled time. So it'll just stay like that until it goes to 0.
Yeah. So this allows you to kind of have a green room, like a preset of what's happening. Of course, you can still do this, even when the session has started that you haven't recorded. Everyone kind of like tests their equipment, But for the host and the co-hosts, it's great because if Auntie comes in here and he has to make his coffee, then his co-host can still allow people to, can still give the mic to other attendees of his show.
which happens very often because I'm always having my coffee. And before this feature, my co-host used to have to wait for me to give them a mic. Now I could just preset it and we're good to go. They don't have to rely on me to speak anymore.
There you go. There you go. So just to summarize, David, one is the audio, video, and speaker interface has changed. How you enter has changed. Number two, we've added the blur background feature. Number three, we've added the co-host functionality to add and invite co-hosts ahead of time. Uh, Number four, the ability for the co-host to enter the session along with the host prior. Like you could pretty much just come into the session like the entire week before the actual event happens. And then the last one is not clicking on the start recording accidentally. We'll make more adjustments to that, and that's it.
All right, there's your applause for this.
Yes.
One of the things that's great. One of the things that Nish brought up, you preloads her images. Was there something new there? Her jumbotron slides to report on preloading or not? Camille, does that make sense?
That would be a Sandra question.
Oh, we're going to put Sandra on the spot.
Yeah.
So if I've scheduled the podcast, Nish schedules the podcast for 3 p.m. and goes in at 2:45 and loads up the Jumbotron, what does that mean? Or can that be done or not be done? That was one of Nish's requests.
100%, it should be able to be done. But I always wait on Nish to make sure she can do it before I say that with 100% certainty.
Okay, Nish, we're putting you on the spot. Did you just walk
All
us
right.
through
Well, I don't
what you
mind
do?
being on the spot.
Okay.
Well, this time actually it was my third attempt because things were just crazy. But yesterday I had a successful podcast record. And so I followed what Camille and I think Sandra confirmed this, that I shouldn't be putting up things on the Jumbotron. Like, I want to be up there and talking as well because I want to have a connection with the person who's watching my podcast, but I might have some slides to put in intermittently. So Sandra and Camille told me the last time I should put it up when I'm in record. Okay, I shouldn't come because I've done it before where I get in early, I put in slides, I know which number they are on the Jumbotron, the numbers that appear in the black bar. And then I will use the gear to pop up the slide that I want. And then I'm usually like number 2 because number 1, I usually have the title of the podcast. Number 2 is me as the, on the screen. And then 3, 4, 5, whatever I have are the other slides. But that didn't really work in the past. Like it just I'd get on a slide and it would stay on the whole rest of the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that was your report to us last week, and that's why
Right.
Sandra implemented fixes this this
So this is
okay.
new.
So now I could.
is all new.
I could.
This is all per your report last week.
And so,
my
Nish,
God.
when was the last time you attempted doing the preloading of the slides before the scheduled before the scheduled event? When was the last time you attempted that?
Yesterday I had a successful podcast record, and that was because I put the things in after I pressed record. However, the day before when things weren't working right, and it was because I pressed record before the time, right?
Yeah, that was the bug.
Before, like, let's say I scheduled it to do at 3, but I try to go in a few minutes early and get myself ready to go, right? So I just hit record because I wanted to put my slides up,
Yeah. You don't have to,
get
and you don't have
ready.
to press record. That's
And
why,
that,
yeah, that's why when we saw your error yesterday, it's as quick. Sandra actually was like,
yeah.
wait, we gotta
Oh,
turn
okay.
off record so that she doesn't
Oh, all right.
accidentally press it before the
All
actual
right.
show
So
starts.
the next thing I do, the next podcast I do, I'm going to do it the way I
Mhm.
want to do it,
Yeah.
where I come in
Yes.
There
earlier
you go.
and I put in the slides. Then I wait till it's time. Let's say I do it. I say 3 o'clock is when it begins. So at 3 o'clock, I start the record, and
Mhm.
I know I'm all ready. I know which number each slide is when I want to click on the gear and put it in, and then put my face back on.
Mhm.
I'll be able to do that in a more smooth manner. So I will do that for my next podcast, and I will let you know how that
Yeah.
works out. But thank you
Yay.
once
Thank
again,
you.
all
I mean,
you fabulous technical people. All right. And then I will email to you a background I use for Zoom whenever I'm doing a play or I'm on my other theater group plays. I use a black box theater as my background. I don't blur. It's just if you're familiar with small 99 seat theaters in LA or anywhere, it's called a black box theater, and the whole room is painted black. There's seats for the audience. The stage is black, and there's some lighting. But that's
yeah,
what I use as my background because I'm the actor on the stage doing the play.
yes.
So anyway,
We'll actually
and
we'll allow
anything I do when I record, I want to be on stage. I'm going to be on stage,
Woo.
girl.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll actually
Anyway.
we'll allow our
So I'll
users.
send that to you in an email so you can see if it will work.
Yeah, we'll actually allow our users to
Oh,
upload
I
their own back.
see, because then you can have set ones.
Yes, because some we
Oh, okay.
know that some
All right.
users want to
Well,
put their
when
logo.
that
I mean,
happens, oh, I see that. But I just want to use my regular black box theater. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm sure it's going to come very soon. All right. I will be
yes.
quiet now. Thank
No,
you.
it's okay. You know, while we add our own, it's gonna come into steps. Again, that's a beauty. Thank you for attending these sessions, because we get to hear what it is you're going through, how we can help improve that journey, that podcasting journey, and help us prioritize, because we've got like 500 things we want to do. But we will add our own static backgrounds, and then we will allow our podcasters to add their own backgrounds. This is a way to kind of maybe put your logo um, on your background. We'll also have the ability to give you templates. So, some users want to have their little avatar floating on the corners while they're screen sharing, because they want to see themselves. I mean, they want themselves to show up. We know this is something that, so, as we go step by step, as Sandra gets things done, it's really all just Sandra. Just get it done, Sandra.
Okay. I'm
And
about to
she
join a
will.
union. I'm going to join a union, so you better watch out.
Auntie, I cut you off.
No, I was gonna say you're saying Sandra get it done. I said, and she will.
I know.
The key point, Camille, is that Nish had that problem where she was preloading her Jumbotron slides before the start of the session. It wasn't
Yeah.
working. And then this week, the big news is, boom, boom,
Boom.
Sandra banged it out, and you can now, Nish.
Yeah. But and we wouldn't have known about that specific workflow until Nish told us. So it's really, to our users, our podcasters, and their community, come and join us and let us know. It just makes a better product. Um, we're pretty quick about, no, Sandra's pretty quick about turning things around.
Where's the violin? It's just me, myself, and I. Okay, no.
Just allow her to dance.
Just gave you the violin emoji here. That's
There
my
you go.
favorite one.
There you go.
I know. So I see Stephanie on camera. That's
Nice.
right.
Look at this. It just makes the avatar like move a little.
Yeah. There
Right.
you go. How fun.
I think,
So go ahead, Camille.
yeah, I mean, like I'm also reading some articles and trying to stay on top of, David is our guru on like what's out there, what's on the web. He is like Google's before even Google existed. But some podcasting, some applications out there are doing like AI podcasting or AI avatar. And it's like AI everything to the point where like it's not authentic anymore. It's not your story. It's not a real story anymore. It's not a real comment or reaction. And I think with this little avatar camera, you still show up, but not too much. Not too much. Right.
Yeah, like you say, it's all about community. It's all about building your community. That's Stephanie, Auntie, Camille with, between Doctors and Friends, Nish, your community, and definitely Auntie's community. That's the key right here. And you're not going to be able to automate that at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've got questions for Stephanie. I'm dealing with like BDA, RIA, BDA, I don't know, whatever that's called, right? And again, these are scenarios that, it's real life scenarios. And we are at the cusp of what we're doing here at Chatmosa is, I feel, it's how real life, real human being communities are being created. Because at this point, just a personal opinion, it's like I'm not reading articles anymore because the articles are really for the SEOs because it's all like a lot of it's AI.
It's true. I think Nish had your hand up.
Yes, Nish.
Yes. Thank you. Well, I do want to say yes. I do like the fact that you have the camera be on the avatar or the small ball is what I'm going to call it. It's the small ball. Now, and it's good because it's small. People who are shy about being on cam because it's small, it's not as like, oh, I'm not very comfortable being on cam. But the other communities that I'm in, these are actors, and these small balls would not cut it. Okay, because when you're on Zoom, you're on a square, and the way Zoom is happening now, when you're speaking, you get automatically popped up on the top. So if two people are speaking, then their squares are big, and then there's other squares on the bottom, like how you have it, but they're still bigger so we can see the people. So I'm not sure if Chatmosa would be popular with the theater groups that I am in, because like on Tuesday nights we have a full play done in Zoom, although this is an LA based theater group, and next week we're going to actually go to a theater and have our reading there so it could be in person. That's much better. But on Thursdays I'm with Detroit Street Films, and all our meetings are in Zoom, and that's where I write plays, and I will, but they have to be only in 10-minute segments. Like if you're writing a full play, you just have to pick a scene that's 10 minutes or shorter, then you cast it, and the actors in the play. Like I've done plays about my time with Viking cruises, though I couldn't call it Viking because I probably get sued. But people would put a background of a cruise ship or whatever, or if it's if the actor is playing a customer service person, they'll put a headset on and they'll have a an office background, and they're in large squares in front of you, so it is like a real performance. So that's for things like that, but that's a niche type of meeting where people who are actors will want to have themselves presented big on the screen at all times, because
Well,
that's
let me add to
anyway,
that.
that's all I'm
And I,
saying. But people come.
yeah, let me add to that. Chatmosa is
We all
not Chatmosa is not here to replace everything, right? And while we have live streaming as a feature, we are a podcasting application. We're a podcasting home where you could live stream. And um, our Jumbotron is where you could put your faces on it. And on a podcast, once you see too many people, it's like you're not really looking at anyone. No one gets the full attention to be the star. Um, and when we podcast, the avatars that show up on the bottom, are not being displayed. If you wanted to show that, that's probably a different kind of feature. But for us, our priority is podcasting, and our goal is can you podcast? Are you able to build a community while podcasting, right? And we'll probably add features in the future for people who want to show their faces and kind of show up a little bit more. But for podcasting, especially when it's recorded and it's forever, I'm sure, I think maybe a lot of actors will want to, be shown there. But I think initially, as a new company, we really also want to focus on the underrepresented community, because we are underrepresented, and um, our community doesn't want to be on camera. Many people don't want to show their background, but it's their voices and it's their stories and what they can share, and that's really for now our priority. you know Give us the same age as Zoom, we'll probably have a lot of features, but we're kind of like in our baby stage. I don't think Zoom even has the features that we have. But for everyone's got their own need. So I say we're the Canva of podcasting, meaning if you want to podcast um, without having to use 7 or 10 tools and having to spend over $100 a month, um, you know, Chatmosa exists. I don't know what other products you could use to do that. And if you want to grow a community and be able to own your community, so when other platforms want to change your algorithm, you're still able to communicate with your community. Um, that's Chatmosa. And if you want to be able to share links, um, because that's part of your storytelling, and perhaps monetize those sharing. That's Chatmosa. So, for example, I'm going to share something here in the Jumbotron. Let's see if it's going to show up here. Let's see. Oh, it's the embed code. All right. So, slide number 2 on the Jumbotron is this glass coffee mug. I don't think you can do this on Zoom. I'm sharing you this link on Amazon for $14.98. Sandra is making me drink out of these glasses. Okay.
You
Tell them
need 3
why.
of them. 3 of those is 60 ounces, and that should be your daily intake a day. So you just need 3. So a mug that's big enough, but it doesn't feel like you're always going to fill it up. You just have to do it 3 times.
There you go. So if you're listening or watching this podcast, click through the episode, go to the Chatmosa webpage, and go to slide 2 and check out what we're talking about. And I don't think, other applications can do this. This is an application where you kind of can leave your kind of calling card, your business card. And after the event happens, that people can still click through it, because we noticed that more people will listen after than live.
Does it come with the tea, Camille?
Does it come with the tea? I don't know. Sandra just gave me a glass.
Oh, okay, got it.
I drank it. Too bad.
You see that, Auntie, for your morning tea?
That's very much needed.
Camille, I followed myself right out of here because I'm buying the glass coffee mug. Like, let's go.
I know. I'm on my number 2 because I'm just so bad that I don't. I find I'm working and I forget to drink enough water. So Sandra goes, "You just need 3 of these glasses." I'm like, "Okay, fine. I'm a number 2."
Can we use this for daytime tea? Auntie Derek's daytime tea?
100%.
In the afternoon?
Yeah. I mean, we can even
Absolutely.
put a Chatmosa logo on it. But it's what's great, that after this show, that we could post nishpodcast.com, auntierderek.com. Stephanie, did you get the domain for your Chatmosa profile page yet? Not yet.
He's
I
trying
think
to
I
think.
did.
Okay, let's see. What's the domain name?
Mhm.
Well, we could post it here. So anyone who listens to this, again, it's one of these things you're listening and you're like, what was
Wait,
that? What
wait.
did they say? That you can actually go and click through it. And so for me, I'm promoting this glass
Go.
coffee. There you go. Auntie Derek is right there. So
Yes.
slide number 3 is Auntie Derek. So we don't need to make your names hyperlink. And Nish, go ahead and post Nish podcast. Stephanie, go ahead and post yours. I was saying, that you will have more listeners or viewers after your live session, which is a nice thing. That's kind of the neat part of it, is that, let's say if we had 10 people here, the likelihood that we'll get 100 or 1,000 people listening to what we talked about is greater with what we're doing, and how many more people will click through it.
Yeah, just kind of following up on this, what you were talking about is about using Zoom. I mean, Zoom and Chatmosa are completely different things, where Zoom is more communication based, and there's with the boxes. And if you're not on camera, there's a big square there with your name on it saying, "Oh, you don't want to be on camera, do you?" So it's more kind of a, kind of that communication, similar to Teams when you're at work having to communicate. Chatmosa is kind of a beginning to end workflow for podcasters, starting off on audio and now on audio or video, and being able to have all the postings of a podcast. So kind of completely different use cases between the two.
Yeah, you could use them both, but with what you're used to, we support the people that use Zoom, or more of, if you wanted a solution like from start to finish, and if you want a podcast. Now I'm gonna say slide 4 and 5, Nish and Stephanie. You have to go to your account settings, images, and replace the meta image so that it's whatever image will show up there.
Just so Auntie's done it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just the kind of those little tips. They are little tips to kind of get everybody through.
Where is that setting for?
We'll walk you through it, Nish. You're breaking up. I think there's too many tabs on your computer. Yeah, no problem. So we do like a round robin of what everybody is going to be working on this week or what they learned before we close everything out. Let's do that. Camille, what are you working on this week? Lots of things. I'm working on emails.
Emails. There you go.
Yes, lots of follow-up emails and growth emails helping out.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're hyper focused on growth. Auntie and I are growth. We're preparing for something quite exciting happening come April. Um, and again, we're pressuring Sandra to get her stuff done all the time. But if you know people that are podcasting, introduce them to this new application called Chatmosa. There's a lot of applications out there, but we provide a certain solution. Again, if you're looking for someone that's kind of white Canva, really, when Adobe Photoshop has been around for 30 so years, but Canva caters to a specific kind of user, and Chatmosa caters to that specific kind of user in terms of podcasting, to make it simple, to have a lot of features that allows them to grow their community and own their community. Yes, Auntie.
And I just wanted to add, I'm proof of that. Just for example, today I was able to not only record my podcast, I had a quick meeting with my boss, and then I was able to clip the show and put 3 different clips on different social media platforms, all before Chatmost the podcasters and training meeting tonight. So all of that was done. I went ahead and took care of all of that. I don't even have to. Well, of course, I'm going to go back and clip more, but if I didn't want to, I don't need to, because all of that is done. And again, was able to finish all of that again with the meeting with my boss before all of this got done, before we were able to join each other tonight. So I'm proof it works. And the thing about me starting my journey with Chatmos is that I have a lot of blind spots that when it comes to other podcasters, they were going through certain things that I never even had to worry about. So it's just it's a learning experience.
Yeah, we're learning from all of you.
Yeah.
So we thank all of you who are testing out, trying out, believing in Chatmosa, and we think this is going to be a big solution for a lot of people. And um, you know, Nish and Stephanie, I want to see your subscribe and tips button on your profile page, because I think people should subscribe to you guys, and you both have some great content to put out there, and Chatmosa allows that. For those of you that are new to us, you know, Auntie sends. Now you don't all have to be Auntie. Auntie does a podcast episode every day. But Auntie also sends out an email before his recording every day. And it's great. Meaning, if you can't make his shows, you get that email. And so,
What is it today, Auntie? Because I always get your email. I'm like, I didn't know it was, Squirrel Day, or what was it today? Do you remember?
Today is International Day of Happiness.
boom.
Oh, it's Camille's Day.
That
Who
is
knew?
correct.
Ooh.
But your podcast is your voice. Your email, at some point that email you could actually get people to sponsor you, a local business, or whoever you target to support you, sponsor you. That's another platform where you could monetize. And we're allowing, we're is it allowing, or we're giving you that because you pay for it, and we're giving you that opportunity uh, to do it. So for us, our user success is our success. And but we're excited for, I don't know, is it next week already? I don't know, when does March end?
Shortly after next week.
There you go. And so a lot of exciting things.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Anybody else got anything to add that on this day of happiness?
First day of spring.
First day of spring, right?
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for hosting
Taxes.
this consistent. I put a
Yeah.
picture up there, Camille. I don't know if
Oh, there you go. Why don't you reshare your? I'll remove slide 5.
let me try.
Mhm.
So go to my profile page and share.
I'll post it to Jumbotron, your profile page on this session.
Yeah. See, speaking of features,
I know how to do that.
right? Yeah.
So Stephanie on the bottom, post to Jumbotron on this session, and on the link, use your either your
Okay.
profile or
I
your.
see.
I think it's an OG tag, Camille. Remember, it has like an hour cache. Doggone.
When it comes to cache, that's like Sandra. Sandra deals with all our cache too.
No, that's social media.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gotta find it. Where is my link?
Where's Stephanie's? I can actually just go to your link.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure it out.
Oh, there you go. That's
oh.
Yeah, it takes a little bit to kick in, but yeah, that's definitely the way how you change your profile. It'll show up here.
Oh yeah. It's
There's a
cache.
cache, so that's gonna take a beat to even refresh.
What is cache?
It's cold cache, right? That's what Auntie Derek was giving away.
Cold cache giveaway.
And podcast.
Why'd you explain, Sandra? Like, what is cache for our readers that don't understand what cache is? We keep talking about cache.
A cache is like a server's memory. So whenever we say we have to refresh the cache, it means we have to jog the server's memory.
And why do we have cache?
It's to optimize, so you're not waiting an hour for something to load.
What does optimize mean?
And to make it more efficient. Do not tell me I need to use more words, okay?
Yeah, you gotta speak
We're
in
going to go
English.
down that rabbit hole.
You speak like an AI. You're too sharp. So what we do is we cache web pages, meaning like all the images that were loaded and all that stuff, we kind of put it aside so that the next person that loads that page is fast. It's very fast for them. The next time you reload that page, it's very fast for you. That's cache. But sometimes, because you changed the photo, the image, everyone else that's loading it, they're seeing the old version like an hour ago, the cache version. So when we say cache, when Sandra ever says the word cache, that's CACHE. But when Auntie Derek says cache, that's $100 bill.
Cash.
Yes. Cash me out.
Yeah, when Stephanie talks about
Dream
cache,
machine. I got it. I love it. Cash and cash.
Tax cash.
That's sets.
Wow, who knew that we're going to do a full 360 on this conversation by ending up with a dissertation on what cash is. Oh my God, unbelievable. Well, as you can see, everybody has feedback, and we really appreciate everybody joining us today here at Chatmosa Podcasters in Training. Like I said, we do this every week, and we love it when everybody gets on. Nish had a technical issue that was fixed within the week. Stephanie, you're going to do more shows. We're going to work on getting your second show of Talk Live published.
And your clips.
And your clips on social media. That's
No, I made some. I made some last night. I finally played. Yes, I
Where's
did.
the applause? Okay,
Where
who
is
has
it?
the
Where
applause
is it?
audio?
Where
Did you
is
post
it?
it?
I got you.
Hold
I
on.
posted a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, you're bearing the lead there, Stephanie. I was ready to wrap it up. Is it on? Did you post it?
No.
Oh, you clipped it. You clipped
Not
it.
yet. I don't wait. Did I? I think I
Come
did.
on. All right,
Excellent.
Stephanie, you got your homework out. You clipped it, but you didn't post it.
No, I posted something. I did that. I posted something.
Oh boy.
Wait a
Oh,
minute. Second.
come on.
Let me see.
So Auntie Derek,
You know,
Auntie
when
Derek
you're
leads this
able to
clip.
do the clip, the baby steps, the social media could come later. Just get comfortable clipping.
That's pretty good because we have no instructions on how to
No.
clip.
Yeah,
We have to
look, I was in there grabbing words, and what I realized is that go like a word sooner or a word after. I just remember you telling me, Stephanie, play with clips.
Yes.
So
So
I started.
here's what I do with clips. I'll find like where I want to clip it, but before I kind of select those words, I will double click on those words and make sure that it's spelled correctly. So again,
Mm.
that's not in the instructions. We have to, the clips are, in beta and there's no instructions. But yeah, and now I'm starting to use the track, Sandra. I'm starting to use the track. I'm able to track and the track is that, the start and the end track. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're not you okay, so let's discuss that
Yeah,
offline.
let's
The
not
track
get rid
piece.
of it, but
Yes, let's not get rid of it.
we need to improve the way it looks and give instructions. Because
How-
Nish has got to have some good clips. Nish has still to make clips.
You know what? I have not um, gotten into it, but I will start doing that because I do have to spend more time with my podcast. And, my previous podcast, I believe I could still clip the old ones, which have some good stuff in it. So I'm going to start doing that. I'm like, the thing is I get into so many projects,
Ah,
I'm at Detroit Street Films. I'm making a movie. I'm writing plays. I'm writing other stuff. So um, I'm trying to fit everything in and enjoy retirement.
there you
Okay,
go. There you
so
go.
but I will. I will.
Yeah, with Auntie's experience, the clipping
I will.
allows people to discover you that may not be following you. When you post those clips
Yeah.
on social media, they show up in reels, and you become
Mhm.
discoverable and then easy to share, fun to share, right, Auntie? Auntie who didn't have a TikTok.
Absolutely right. It's really amazing to watch, like the traffic that it's getting and just the journey of, getting the followers and people are actually liking and sharing the clips. I'm like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah, and I think Auntie's recommendation is tag those clips.
Hashtag those clips. Yep, so
Hashtag.
the algorithm can put you out there.
Yeah, it's working out really well for Auntie, especially with all the views that you're getting on your clips, which is the
Yeah.
key. But we're learning every day. That's the great thing. And that's why we kind of get together every week, learn what we learn, giving tips here on Chatmosa Podcasters in Training. And thanks to everybody. Thank you, Stephanie. So great to see and hear you. Thank you, Nish, for all of your feedback and your bug reports and your feature requests. And we'll do it again next Friday until we get it right here on Podcasters in Training. So thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Sandra, Auntie Derek. Thanks, Camille. Take care, everyone.